Good morning. Hello, future doctors. How are you? This is Dr. Chanel T. Smith, your favorite doctoral expert. So, I wanted to come back on here today because I need to repeat some things. But for some of you, this will be the first time you hear me say this. Please stop being paralyzed by feedback. Stop being paralyzed by feedback. You are so much greater than that. Okay, let me tell you something. Feedback. I understand how it is. I understand when you see that, new email where your advisor is sending you back a chapter, or you received your grade back from a paper that you've done, or even if you submitted a contribution to an edited volume or for a publisher. I understand how daunting it may be, but guess what? Guess what? When you open that email, when you face the feedback, right? All it leads to is progress, because all you're going to do is work on the edits. You're going to make what you've done better, and then you're going to move on. Your feedback is no indication whatsoever that you do not have what it takes to be a doctor, no matter what type of doctorate you are getting. Your feedback, whether or not your advisor or whoever it is uses track changes, or they like to use pencil, or they like to use red pen or hot pink, whatever it is no indication of your abilities to do or to handle the rigors of academic life. Get that out of your head right now. For those of you who do not know me, let me just back up. My name is Dr. Chanel T. Smith. I am a doctoral expert, and what I do is help doctoral students fast track their degrees without having to put their lives on hold. I am dedicated to this work because too many doctoral students are struggling. Their health is deteriorating, and it is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I always say you do not have to die to earn a terminal degree, and so it is my mission. It is my mission, which is why I'm committed and dedicated to helping as many doctoral students as possible. Okay? You can do your doctorate in a healthier way. You can. And you can live your life while you're doing it. So let me get back to the topic at hand. You are not your feedback. You do not have to be paralyzed by your feedback. I had a client that I was working with who came to me because they were struggling with this very issue. They were in the writing stage. They were ABD. They got through comps and all of that. But their progress slowed down. Why? Because what happens when you're working on your dissertation? You submit chapters and then you get them back, right? You get them back and you have to work on edits. You're going to get feedback. Every time that she got feedback, when she saw that email, she could not open it for at least a week and a half. Can you imagine how much time that adds up for every chapter of a dissertation? But not only that, once she did, muster up, gird her loins or whatever it was to open up the email, she then, once she skimmed all of the edits, she took another 2 weeks just to get over the trauma, and it's real, the trauma that she felt that she wasn't good enough. I can't believe I made that mistake. I knew I should have read that other article. Oh, my advisor's going to think that I just don't have what it takes. I know my other colleagues aren't dealing with this. This person didn't have to do any edits. First of all, stop comparing yourself with other people. Second of all, feel what you feel. Like I said, this type of trauma is real. It comes from a particular source. I am not a therapist, but figure it out. Talk to someone. I have my own therapist. Listen, anyone doing a doctoral program should have a therapist, okay? It doesn't mean that you are weak, but that you want to remain strong. Okay, so I had to work with her. We had to get to the point where to find a strategy that would help her to get over the feedback. There were times that I opened up the email with her on Zoom, on a shared screen, and we worked through it together until she got to the point where it was like, you know what? I'm still standing. Or it wasn't as bad as it was, or as I thought it was. Or, okay, I see the point. I did miss that. I forgot to include that. My methodology wasn't as sound. And I said, okay, what's the next best step? And you know what she said? Fix it. Yes, just fix it. fix it. My beloved doctoral students, you have everything you need to get this done. Everything you need. Change your thinking. Feedback does not equate failure. Feedback leads to progress. Say that with me. Feedback leads to progress. And it does. And the longer you do not deal with the feedback, the longer you will stay in that program, the longer you will continue to pay fees if you are paying any, the longer the people for whom you are doing this work will have to wait for you to help them. The longer the policies you want to change will stay the way they are. We need you. So we need you to get over the fact that you have to do feedback. Guess what? Everyone does. Even when you get your doctorate, no matter what you plan to do, there is always multiple iterations of your work, especially if you plan on being a scholar who produces work constantly for scholarship. Get over it. I love feedback. You know why? Because that's less work I have to do because someone is helping me with my edits. Someone has given me their 2 cents or their expertise to help me brainstorm better ideas, to solidify my work, to help me clearly articulate what I'm trying to say. Feedback is your friend. Feedback is your friend, people. This is why I do this work. This is exactly why I do this work. Because it does something to me when I am able to free a doctoral student from the chains of not being able to move on in their process. You have everything you need. I know I keep saying the same thing, but you need to hear it until you start to believe it. Do not be paralyzed by feedback. It leads to progress. It leads to progress. Remember that, okay? Be excited about it. When you send off something, be excited that you're going to get it back. You know why? Because you're that much closer, one more step closer to being done. I don't even care if you're in coursework. You're still one more step closer to being done. Okay, so let's do away with being paralyzed with feedback. If you are struggling with this, do not get me wrong. I know that it is a real thing. Feel what you feel, but then I want you to book a call with me. Book a call with me so I can talk you through it, so that we can figure out how we can work together to get you through this, so that you can begin to maintain and gain momentum. Gain momentum and maintain it, whichever way you want to go. Okay? It is possible. It is possible. There are so many success stories out there. Anyone that you ask will tell you how much time they've wasted until they've gotten to the point where they've accepted the feedback, where they realize that, hey, it's helping me. It is a good thing to receive feedback. Now, unfortunately, there are some doctoral students who want feedback with their very breath, but they don't get it. All they get is an email saying, nice try, work a little harder. This is unacceptable. This is not high quality work. You should be doing better than this. I've seen it all. And unfortunately, there are some editors, advisors, committee chairs who talk like that, who do not lift you up but want to tear you down, especially if they suffer from their own isms. Need I go into detail with that? There are some people who just don't know how to talk, don't know how to encourage. But that is why I'm here to do that, whether you choose to work with me or not. You got to know that you got this. You have to see it. I did a post today about visualizing your success. Even if this is your first day of your program, visualize yourself being mentored. Visualize yourself turning in your comprehensive exams if you had to do sit-down exams or papers. Visualize it. See your success. What are you wearing? What did you eat that morning for breakfast? How are you going to celebrate? Who did you tell first that you passed with distinction? See it. See it. Know that it is going to happen. And if you have any setbacks, if you make a mistake, guess what? Dust yourself off and make the next best decision. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Do not worry about what happened yesterday. Do not worry about what's happening tomorrow. We can't change any of those things. Tomorrow isn't even promised. Stay in the now. Be your very best self now. If you have an email and you're waiting on feedback right now, open it now. Deal with it now so that you can move on. Okay? If you are struggling in your program, or if you simply want to accelerate your degree, or hey, a lot of you are bivocational. I got kids at home who are doing virtual schooling. I also work full time. I'm trying to do my doctorate. How do I get a handle on my time? Book a free call. Let's have a conversation. I would love to speak with you. It is truly an honor and a joy to do what I do, to encourage you. A lot of people would say that they have told me there's no market for that, but there is, because I remember what it's like to be a doctoral student. I have mentored so many doctoral students for many years, and it is indeed a joy to help prepare the future scholars of the world. You all are awesome. You are great. Everything you have, like I always said, to finish this degree is already in you. You already have what it takes. You already have what it takes. For all of you who are here, who have joined me live, remember that. I see you. I see you. I am watching you. I'm scrolling through your feeds. Yes, I will stalk you if I see that you aren't doing what you're supposed to do. Get it done. Do not be paralyzed by your feedback. Feedback leads to progress. Okay? You got this. And you got me. You know how to reach me. Have a great rest of your day. Be awesome. Be awesome. Because you already are. Know this. My name is Dr. Chanel T. Smith. I am your favorite doctoral expert. You all stay safe. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.